Ryan GILLIS pour Palm Rot. Yes, thank you. So, second student from University of Southern California.
Yeah. There are three of us here.
Three? So that's the second one for me, but
Yeah.
so I will have the
I think you
third
still
one.
have to meet Simone Wilches.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Merci. Yeah, you have to.
This close.
Maybe not like that. Oops, I'm taking mine. And yeah, we had already one student. And can you talk a little bit about really fast, sorry, about the school? Is it in?
It's in Los Angeles, and I moved there from Florida, which is where my film takes place, and it's great. I mean, I think going there and the people there are what made me work hard. Specifically, Einar and Simone, who have films in this festival. Like anytime I thought I might sleep, I knew that they wouldn't. So it keeps you up at night and it makes you work harder being around such talented people.
If I said. It's like I say. If I say Apocalypse Now, the movie, is it something?
I'd be flattered.
Because the beginning is really.
Yeah, that same shot.
Yeah, and even at the end we leave with the music, like that. I thought really much about this film, even if it's completely different in the middle. But
no, I appreciate it. But the ending and that shot and those, it was just born of like this dream I was having. And there's a type of palm tree in Los Angeles that we don't have in Florida. It sheds its leaves like a coat all over the trunk, and to me they always look like rockets. And ever since then, I wanted to make a film.
Is it a moody film? I mean, you really try to get a tone in this film. Really important, yeah.
Yeah. To me, I think that was always more clear. I wanted to keep it vague so it could have multiple meanings. But my girlfriend and I, we would have the storyboards and pen. We wanted to know everything that was happening, even if I wasn't going to say everything. So that way there was a little bit. So you knew that there was thought behind everything, even if maybe you didn't understand what was going on.
So you wrote the whole story and everything, and then at the end you say, okay, we're gonna pick that, and that.
The way I describe it is, it's like a very complex story told from the perspective of one confused old man. So he doesn't know anything, but it's bigger than him. So that's what I was trying to do.
I must admit that I had to see the film actually like twice and 3 times. Just the third time it's like okay, what I've just seen, and then the second time it's like okay, yeah, now I can try to not understand, but by your own point of view.
The trick is hopefully making something that people do want to watch again. That's the hard part. But yeah, I wanted there to be clarity. Everything that's happening was clear, even if the meaning wasn't.
Is it like, okay, that's my meaning. It's like nature rebelling against man, and
that's why. What you think is correct, right?
Can we say it's kind of a really, you begin like an horror film, like a really film that's supposed to be really scary?
Is it? I don't,
No.
I've had trouble actually applying to festivals because they ask me what category it is, and I don't know, because it is scary. It's funnier than I thought. I didn't know. Like some people laugh when they watch it, and I'm not sure what it is. It's just it's sci-fi, nature, horror. I was watching a lot of Bruce Conner and like these experimental filmmakers, Pat O'Neill, and they kind of infected my brain when I was making this film. So I wanted to like make it stranger and push the cuts more. So
because you play with time. I mean, you could have done the film in like 4 minutes more. Like that, the rhythm really going fast, and no, we take time and we go with these strange things going on, and I mean it's like going inside you. And
my animatic edit was 5 minutes long, and I knew I didn't want to go longer. But as I was playing it and piecing it together, I realized these scenes were too short, and it wasn't the tone that I wanted, and it wasn't. I feel like I wanted that slow burn for because the whole film is about the end, just the last shot.
That's interesting because normally when you're a student, a lot of teacher, when you do 5 minutes, say, okay, let's do 3 minutes because it's going to be hard work. And no, finally, when you look at that, you thought, okay, that's not. Yeah, I have to push it.
It was hard. It was tears in my eyes when I realized almost every scene had to be like double the length. But I think it was worth it.
It's yeah, it's working very well. Very well. The influence is about the graphic style.
I was watching a lot of like 70s films with this super wide range and this color, and Mike Mignola's. I like the way he mixes sort of more rendered drawings and flat graphic shapes, and these filmmakers, Kahn and Selesnik, they just what they have is they're these people that I think are really excellent at telling a whole story in an image, like combining different things. Like the mind always wants to make a story whenever it sees things together. So I think they're really good at feeding you exciting imagery, and then you start to put it together yourself.
I wanted to talk about the strange sound coming out, but maybe if people haven't seen the film,
Yeah.
we shouldn't talk about that too much. What about now? What about after leaving
Pomrod?
school? Yeah.
I worked at an animation studio called Titmouse for a little while. Had a good time there, and now I'm working at Disney Television. So I'm happy to be employed, but being here with everybody and seeing such great work, I have a fire inside me again. I need to make another film.
Yeah, it's I could understand Disney. The graphics could play, you know, but it's really your cinema. I mean, it's really something different.
The job is very different than this, but it's scratching a different itch. Yeah, I like it.
And you think it's possible? There is a lot of people like that, you know, working in big studios. Of course, you have to live and make money. And
Yeah.
but apart, you're trying to do your own movie.
I think that's a lot of people are working on the weekends, and it's or at least want to. I haven't figured it out quite yet. You know, I go home and I'll make a drawing and fall asleep. But it's tough work, and I admire anyone that can make films in their off time.
I ask always this question when I have somebody, a student from United States. There is great TV series there. I mean, really for adults, much more for adults. Could it be something that you could be interested in
Absolutely,
doing?
yeah. I didn't ever think until I got this job that there's no dialogue in this film, and I didn't think that I was good at or enjoyed writing, but I'm realizing now that it's a lot of fun, and these people who work in these television shows, they're elevating them, you know? They're making them the best they can, and so there's just a lot of good people out there working in television right now, and they have a lot of fans. I'm a fan.
So maybe people will be fan
Yeah.
of your
We'll see.
work. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Merci.
Merci.